taking the time. The Rocky Mountain Open, a huge success over the weekend. Your team pretty good, and we were talking offline before we got here. This is really the first time you've had enough time to prepare your team and everything as you've been here as coach, because you came in 2019.
Yeah, when we came in 2019, first year, so we knew it was going to be a little bit rough, but then COVID hit in March, so our season ended. And then the next year, we weren't really able to stick to a set training plan because guys were being taken out for breaks and quarantine, stuff like that. And then a lot of our meets were online, virtual. It just wasn't a regular year training-wise, too. And then last year, we thought everything was going well, and we came back from Christmas break, and half of our guys got quarantined the week of Rocky Mountain Open. So we had 7 guys compete, and then the other half got quarantined the week after that. So we're almost like a month behind all year last year. This is the first year we've had a normal training cycle, been able to stick to it, no breaks or anything like that. And, I think it's showing in competition, so it's good.
Did you expect to be as good as you were? Garrett Broughton wins the high bar. He had some other great performances in there, and your team, the score is like it's up there. Is this what you expected, or did it kind of maybe even exceed your expectations?
It did exceed my expectations. Sergi and I thought the guys were going to be able to maybe hit about 80%. That would have been 6 missed routines, and I think we had 3. One of them was big, like one of the guys on pommel horse, Patrick Hoops, and he's really good, like one of the top guys in the country. But he fell twice on pommel horse, so that hurt us. But first meet of the year, I think it was just nerves. I mean, our entire pommel team is very good, and almost all of them looked a little bit nervous up there. But then after that, it seemed like everything came back together. So no, it was much better than what we had hoped. So.
What do you do with that now? I mean, are the guys pumped? Do they see like, okay, look how good we were, and maybe we weren't to our potential yet?
They are very excited. I will say this weekend, the first meet of the year, they're always really pumped and amped, and they're going to be a little exhausted this week. The adrenaline dump you have after a week like that, and after a competition like that, they're coming down a little bit, but that's fine. Performance might not be quite up to par with this weekend for this coming weekend, but I think after a meet or two, it'll start leveling out, and then they'll just start slowly rising and rising. So, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it should be fun. Of course, last week, Rocky Mountain Open, always huge with all the ranked teams coming in here. This week, you go to Oklahoma against just Oklahoma, right? Is that
Oklahoma and Illinois.
Okay, Oklahoma and Illinois, so a couple, not 5, right?
Oh, yeah.
So how does that change things in a gymnast's mind?
With our guys, I don't think it will too much. In the rankings, they're right there with Illinois right now. So they're probably going to be pretty excited to see how they do against that team. I mean, Oklahoma right now, we're not at that level yet. Eventually the plan is to get to that level, but right now we're not there. Illinois, they're right there. They're close with Illinois, so they're probably going to be excited to see how they do against a team like Illinois, a team that was in the top 6 finals, stuff like that. So it should be good. I just don't know if they're going to I don't know if they're going to be able to recover enough from this past weekend to perform to the same level. If they do, if they surprise me again, that's great. But either way, it won't be a disaster, which is a good thing.
Right. Talk to me a little bit individually. Obviously, everybody knows Garrett Broughton by now, and of course, he had an outstanding meet in the Rocky Mountain Open. But some of the other guys you're looking at who can really step up.
Yeah, they write articles every week after the competition weekend's over to kind of recap how things went, where people are at, and Garrett Broughton's name's the only one that's ever brought up, and I don't really like that. The team we've got 19 guys on our team, and they all contribute so much, and I don't appreciate it when they paint our team as, well, this team is only Garrett Broughton. Well, if you look at his scores, he was top for us on 2 events, maybe 3, not by much on the third, but 2 events he was top for us, and that's great. That's good. But I mean, we had sophomore Eric Upton on floor. He was our top scorer by quite a bit, and he did 4 or 5 events for us this weekend, and he was second scorer for our team on every event he did except for floor. He was first. So I really wish they would pay attention to more of our team because there are plenty of guys contributing. Oliver Zavell on his ring routine wasn't great. It's kind of a repeat of his freshman year, but just getting the first one out of the way is fine. But then on parallel bars, he was the number 1 scorer for us on parallel bars. I mean, we've got such a good mix of guys that are contributing, and I wish people would pay attention more to that instead of trying to paint one person as our team. Like, this is a good group of guys, and they work so well together, and we just got a lot of guys that contribute quite a bit, and it would be nice to see people notice that.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we notice it coming up this weekend against Illinois and Oklahoma. Coach Loeser, thanks for the time, and good luck.
Thank you very much.